guys. It's close to 11 o'clock. Just before Thanksgiving. I know a lot of you are with family and friends right now. I'm settling in, probably going to pass out here in a bit. The work transfer and trying to get back to my morning workouts has been quite an adjustment, and fatigue is setting in. But one thing I want to talk about tonight is time. I keep hearing it, here and there. Oh man, I just don't have time. I just can't do it. I don't have time. I don't know how you do it. Well, we're all the same. We all live busy lives, and what most of you don't know is I actually live an extremely busy life, but I still find a way to make time. Time, energy, and willpower. Those are three things that I think people confuse. And oh, I don't have the energy. Well, you probably do have the energy, but you don't have the willpower to do it. Now, why don't you have the willpower? You say you want these things. You say you want to change and really get after things, but you gotta find the willpower. And part of that, you find time once you find willpower. I'm not hypocritical at all, because even me, I lose time. I procrastinate. I mean, you can talk to my mom, my teachers, anybody. I'm not always on time. I don't, get everything done when I want to, but, I try. So, we're all human. We don't always make time for stuff, but you gotta find the willpower to do so. Stuff like, everybody asks me, well, how come I don't see you at night anymore? Well, now, I'm married, have a house, have 4 animals, and there's just so many things that I have to get done, plus I still work the 40-hour-a-week job and everything else, that, you won't see me at night, really, at the gym, because that would take 2 to 3 hours, because, it's more of a social environment. If you really want to see me in the gym, come in at 5 in the morning, when me and Antoine are tearing it up, or me and Rodney, and, you'll see things get done. Well, that's hard, right? I'm usually in bed by 10 o'clock now, and for me, as a night owl, that's usually, it's a battle, but, I find the willpower to get things done, so that I can still live a balanced life, with my wife, and, whatever we gotta do at night, with the gym out of the way, it's done. Do I always have energy? No, but as soon as I walk in that gym, that willpower kicks on. It's like, okay, I made it, let's do this. And time is just something that if you're more aware of and you plan, it actually becomes easier. My day starts with going to bed earlier at night. If I don't do that, my day is toast, because I just can't have the energy to get things done. So therefore I have to have the willpower at night, to say, hey, turn the TV off. I don't need to stay up for the game. This isn't the playoffs or World Series or whatever. Okay, sometimes I do stay up for those. That's sports nut. But, you can, with today's internet and all that, you can catch up to stuff. You can see all the highlights and all that. But, again, you have to make time for that. So, for me, during my lunch break, I'm sitting there checking out on my smartphone, which is, some say it can make you dumb. I'll catch up on scores and stuff if I went to bed earlier instead of watching SportsCenter for 3 times. It's one of those things where if you write everything down, and again, I don't write everything down, but when I do write everything out, I really get a visual as to what I'm doing and where I'm going. From the time you wake up to the time to your first meal, to everything you do. Like, for instance, if you say, even when you walk in the gym, if you walk in and say, okay, I started at 5:30, and you're walking out of the gym at 8:30, do you really need 3 hours? I mean, really, what are you doing in there? You shouldn't be on 3-hour workouts. And then, if I'm going out shopping or something, log that, see how long that's taking. If you watch back-to-back-to-back shows of Jersey Shore, log that, see what happens. I mean, TV really does consume a lot of our lives, and I'm guilty of it, The only time I wasn't guilty of that is when I was in 8th grade. I bet my dad I could go a whole year without TV. And I did it, and I could still look back on that and say that was probably the year I was the smartest, because all I did was outdoor things, things where I had to read, puzzles. It was crazy what eliminating TV really does for yourself. And that was probably my best athletic year, my best smarts year, my best social year. You know, you take TV away and you start to figure out life. And, you know, I had tons of time suddenly, and I learned to do other things than watch TV. You know, time, energy, and willpower, everybody says they don't have it. You know, we're all human. If you really start to just train yourself, it doesn't have to come at once. And never, you know, I've been doing this for 10 years now. And people are like, oh, you have it so easy. No, I really don't. You know, I got a 40-hour job, I got a side job, I got all the clients. You know, I got to maintain the bills, I got to maintain friendships and relationships, and you know, nobody has it as easy as they make it look. And if they do make it look easy, it's usually because they're putting in way more work than you ever imagined. And so, you know, don't ever look at somebody and say, oh, well, he's got it easy. No, it's usually they've worked hard, they got the willpower, they're finding the time to do it, and they're devoting their energy to it. And that's what you need to do. You need to find the time, you need to devote the energy, and if those two fail, look hard at your willpower. And when your willpower fails, say, hey, I want this bad enough, I can do it. So I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving, and I hope this has been kind of enlightening. You know, I'll be talking about different things, and I'll be talking a lot. So hopefully you guys tune in and check it out, and you know, whatever happens in your life, make sure you look hard at it and say, is this what I want? What do I have to do to get what I want? Do I really not have time? What can I eliminate to find time? How can I rebalance things so that it's in the proper perspective? You know, I myself have done that a lot this year compared to last year. All I spoke about in 2009 was the Arnold Amateur. And that is while my wife was planning our wedding. And you know, that's something I'll never get back. And what I'm trying to do now is find that balance. And really just willpower in everything. My friendships, my family, my wife, our animals, you know, the business, everything I can do. And just really get after it in the proper perspective. So, you know, I challenge you guys tonight with Thanksgiving tomorrow. Be thankful for everything you're blessed with. And, you know, really examine it. Most of us have a lot more going for us than we think, especially with the economy being down and things like that. You know, optimism breeds success. And, you know, optimism also shows a way for that willpower to really kick in. So, you guys have a great holiday. I'm sure you guys will be seeing a lot more of me here in the future. And find that willpower. Find the time. And with those two, your energy will also come with. So, hope you guys have a good night. And, you know, feel free to hit up the comments on the YouTube. Email me at ben@the3bc.com. And let's get this thing started. Let's have some fun with us. And you guys have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. All right.